The other day, a Republican 45 nut-looking news site was busted as a Putin troll farm operation. At first glance, with headlines such as Joe Biden set politics back 180 years, Black Lives Matter, body count, and fat ass 45 paid zero taxes good for him, it doesn't look much more different from hundreds of other fat ass 45 nut-looking news sites that rage against Democrats and the elitist mainstream media. But the clunkily titled Newsroom for American and European-based Citizens, or NAEBC, was on Thursday exposed as a Russian front, reportedly linked to the internet research agency, the Kremlin-backed troll farm behind much of the interference in the 2016 U.S. election. There were some warning signs that NAEBC appears to be a pun on a Russian word meaning to screw over, and its slogans readers don't get yourself fooled. The veil was lifted on NAEBC by Reuters news agency, which reported that the FBI has been investigating the pretend pro 45 nut-looking media outlet. It's only been a month since the FBI exposed that that media site. Peace Data, as another project run by Putin's troll army, the two sites are the latest evidence that the Kremlin isn't just backing one horse in the U.S. election; it's pushing for much more chaos as possible. Unlike Peace Data, which mainly targeted overseas readers, NAEBC focuses almost entirely on U.S. politics and current events with a clear slant towards fat ass 45 and the Republicans. According to Reuters, the fake news site was set up in June and pays real American freelancers to write about politically charged issues, and then a network of fake accounts push that content to online spaces used by the Republican 45 nut-licking supporters. Um, for example, take the site. For example, take the site's latest lead article on the Tuesday's night. Um, the presidential debate, while even 45's most starry-eyed supporters found themselves let down by his performance, NAEB NAEBC ran the audacious headline that the five strategic goals that fat ass 45 Master Free achieved in the first presidential debate, in which there was nothing that he achieved anyway. Um, the badly written article apparently reproduced from a separate blog reads, Fat ass 45 had a war strategy, which he didn't, and he achieved all of his strategic goals. He didn't achieve anything. Another recent article praises the ingenuity of Fat ass 45 managing to pay pitiful amounts of income taxes over the past decade, as was reported last Sunday by the New York Times. Again, the NAEBC article seems to be lifted from a different blog, and it reads, even if the account is true, the only appropriate response is good for him on several accounts. Of course it's true. That's why he didn't want to show his tax returns, because he didn't pay. Aside from defying the fat ass, the site is fond of denigrating the Black Lives Matters movement, referring to protesters as rioters, which they're not. They were peacefully protesting and falsely claiming that the protests have led to a record number of mass shootings in America. An August headline from the site asks and answers the question, was the cop's knee on George Floyd's neck racism? And the thing said no, which technically it was. The Reuters Jack Stubbs reports that while the site had a presence on Twitter and LinkedIn, where fake accounts tried to whip up support and outrage for the articles, NAEBC failed to attract much attention on the most popular social media sites. However, on Gab and Parler, two platforms enjoyed by Republican nutlickers, those sites gained more traction. Following the Reuters report, the fake news site has been locked out of the top social networks like LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. But Parler said the company didn't know what NAEBC was, and Gab hasn't commented. The website itself is still accessible as of Thursday morning. An unnamed U.S. security official told Reuters that NAEBC is the latest example of unwitting Americans being recruited to help the Kremlin sow its chaos before Election Day. Ben Nimmo, head of the investigations and social media analytics from Graphica, which reviewed the site for Reuters, said it's the latest piece of evidence that Russian interference in the U.S. elections has evolved to become even more insidious than it was in 2016. However, Nimoa explained the overall strategy looks unchanged. And it's energizing the fight F-45 notlookers and the press support for Biden, and target both sides with divisive and polarizing images. That's basically what this is all about. So if you like the video, give the video a like and subscribe to my channel, Random Mike, and also hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when the new video comes out, and thanks for listening.